at any time confront any of the security operatives, but we have the right to self-determination. Self-determination is not a crime, and it is allowed under the declaration of the granting of independence to colonial countries. But the question is, those that believe that Nigeria, good evening to you, Mrs. Bemileke, my sister, welcome on board, and how is my grandma? Hope she's doing very well. Good evening to you, Ibukun. And like I said, we should continue to remain focused and we should remain calm. We are peace-loving people. A super rally will be called very soon. Good evening to you, Oyeyemi Olademeji, that is watching us on Star Radio UK. You can join Star Radio UK if you're having any problem with any of the other platforms until we resolve all the issues behind the scene. As we say all the time, the country Nigeria, is it still working for you? And if Nigeria is working for you, based on the election that we are looking up to, for those that are looking up to election, because a lot of us believe that we should reclaim back what belongs to us as indigenous people. That does not literally mean that we hate, any other ethnic groups, but we just want to reclaim and remain how we used to be before the British came and took everything, including our kingdoms. And as we are all looking forward to our super rally, what is your take as the super rally is getting closer? The super rally will be held very, very soon. Are you worried? Are you concerned? You have the right to be worried if you are one of those that are worried. But one thing is, the super rally that we're expecting very soon. Good evening to you, my beautiful auntie, Enilo Lobo, and welcome to Star Radio UK. And you also say, good evening, Mr. Layomi Koiki, and thanks for your unstoppable effort. Once again, we are streaming on a multiple channels, so if you're not comfortable with one, you can switch to the other one while we resolve all the problems. Star Radio UK is the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
On your smartphone. In your car. At home. On your smartphone. In your car. At home. On your smartphone.
My question that I'm asking tonight is, Nigerians, if you're having a problem, once again, you can switch. I already have, the YouTube running parallel again. So we are using the one on the software and we are using the one on the mobile phone. So if you're not comfortable with the software, you can switch quickly to the one that is running, parallel to that. But I have to keep that going because I want to make sure that we can test and, resolve, the problem that we are facing, behind the scene. We are also having a technical problem from the studio in connecting Star Radio UK on the YouTube, this evening. Please bear with us. It's just that, sometimes these things just happen. So if you are watching me right now, we are running multiple channels, as we say all the time. So I'm going to also share the link for the benefit of those of you that are watching us from the software. In case you are struggling to hear me, do not stay there. You can move around. That is the beauty of the technology. So you can move around. If you're finding it very difficult on the software, please move to the other platform where we are also streaming as I speak to you. And the link is already been shared, for the benefit of those of you that are watching us tonight. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and as I say all the time, do you think that the situation in Nigeria can be resolved? Nigeria, a country that has been running for 62 years, but there are now more Nigerians asking the question, who is really a Nigerian? Because when you say Nigerian, who actually is a Nigerian? Because the Nigeria doesn't have a language. When you remove the English language, all you will get is the indigenous language. So who actually is a Nigerian today? Who actually is a Nigerian? Are you a Nigerian? And if you're a Nigerian, can you tell us the language of Nigeria? Because that is the challenge that we've been asking. We've been told that we are Nigerians, but now we find out that after 62 years, we have been told all kind of lies, during the colonial era. And we must rewrite history. Good evening to you, Ajala Aderayo. I say, Eku iṣẹ́, my brother. Àṣeyọrí la máa ṣe ní orúkọ Jésù. And I say, Àmín. King Mirido, good evening to you on our Mixera, on our Instagram. I say, good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK. Nígbà tí a bá ń ròyìn pé kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró, that is not a crime. But it seems that there's more Nigerians that are saying that with my PVC, I will make sure that I chase away APC and bring PDP. Among APC and PDP and the Labour Party, who do you think can work and make sure that the indigenous people remain in Nigeria? Niger Voices every Wednesday on Star Radio UK, the finest African. How many of you are following us on the Star Radio UK Twitter? How many people? Do not tell lie today. Yeah, I want to know how many of you are following us. Niger Voices. Are you on Twitter? Are you following us on Star Radio UK? If you're not, why not join us on Star Radio UK, where you can get all the latest news, the headline, and likewise you can also follow us as we say, where we do everything marvelous, on Star Radio UK. Once again, if you are watching me on YouTube and there's a problem, you can switch. We have another YouTube that is running parallel to that. As we say all the time, this is Star Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, and I'm going to have to call you back. 18:31, exactly 30 minutes past 6 p.m. For those of you that are thinking, why do you talk about this 24 hours clock? That is the way it is run here in UK. Let us be honest with ourselves. Do you still think that Nigeria is working? That is the question I'm asking us tonight. If Peter Obi becomes the president of Nigeria, how is he going to unite the Yoruba people? Good evening to my beautiful mother. I've just cited you. Welcome to Star Radio UK, and thanks very much for the love and the support. Good evening as well to my wives. Good evening to my children. Good evening to all the family back home, and those that are working tirelessly, making sure that all the arrangement, everything is going as planned back home in Yoruba land. Some say you can't call it Yoruba land because you are still in Nigeria. Good evening to you, Karunwi Abiodun. You say, good evening, Baba Koiki Eledumare Aduro Tiwa. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá gbè wá o, kò ní gbé ọ̀dàlẹ̀. Mo ní àṣẹ. Sam Smith, well done, Mr. Koiki. Thanks for opening my eyes. Omokpo TV, please follow Omokpo TV. Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Literally asking for a Yoruba country do not literally mean that we will be hostile and we do not want to live with others. We want to live with others. We want a country that will love, unite, and also bring peace. Do you think that Nigeria is giving us peace or is giving us problem? Which one do you think? Those of you that are watching me on all the platforms tonight, do you think that Nigeria is actually giving us peace of mind? And why should we remain Nigeria? Why do you think that we should ask Tinubu to come and keep us together in Nigeria in 2023? Tinubu is a Yoruba man. He has the right if he wants to be a president of Nigeria. But do you think that Tinubu under the APC will unite the indigenous people, the Biafra, the Yorubas, to remain in Nigeria? What is your take on that? Let us hear from you. We might open the phone line in just about half an hour, but for now, keep the comment coming. And I say thank you so much to the back-end team in Star Radio UK and the back-end team on the other platform as well, as we are walking around the clock, testing a lot of things to make sure that as the Super Rally is coming, we want to make sure that we have everything ready for you. What is your take when we talk about Nigeria? Is Nigeria still a country? Good evening to those of you on the MixLR. Alawu Baba, good evening to you. Ajala says, kò sí ẹnì kankan nínú wọn rárá, Yorùbá nation nìkan la fẹ́. Ọlọ́run á gbé wa fún wa torí kò sí ọ̀nà àbáyọ kankan gbogbo ohun kan ní. Hey, my Yoruba is not a very good one, and I'm sure you can think, oh my God, why is he speaking like that? This is what the British government did for us by removing our language, giving us English. Now, almost everybody is struggling to speak a very fluent Yoruba. As I always say all the time, should we remain in Nigeria You have the right, for those of you that are back home, saying that Nigeria is a great country. We will keep it like that. We will force everybody to live together. We have lived together for 62 years and it is no longer working. Kola Olawale says there was a face-off today between Yoruba Nation campaigners and the Nigerian soldiers in Oja Odon in Yewa. I actually saw that, and let us continue to tell our Yoruba brothers and sisters back home, do not confront the military, but you have the right to self-determination. The military has no reason or no right by removing stickers of the vehicle that was driven by the Euro. You have the right to ask them, to show, vehicle document and all that. But you do not have the right to remove a Yoruba Nation sticker. That was actually what started the confrontation. Why should you tell somebody to remove the sticker? They have the right to self-determination. These are reasons why we are saying that Nigeria is no longer working, as a lot of people will say, is a zoo. Do you agree with that statement? Banky then said, God bless you, Mr. Koiki. You are really working tirelessly. Why some, I don't want to use that word, while on the Star Radio. Why some people will sit down everywhere saying, Koiki spending Yoruba Nation money. I cannot repeat that again on the live show. Thank you so much, Banky Dion. Moses Abe says, good evening to you, White Lion. If you're watching me on the software and you're having problem, we are also running a parallel one where you can also join us. What an interesting time to be alive as we are monitoring everything. Yoruba land shall soon arrive. Do you agree? Election 2023, is that the best option for Nigeria today? Do you think that we can work out our unity in Nigeria and remain in Nigeria? What is your take on that? Let me hear from you. Once again, do you think that we can remain in Nigeria? There's going to be more rallies tomorrow. There's a rally going to happen in Imeko. There's one going to happen in Okogun. We have the right to self-determination. Do not allow the media in Nigeria to bully you by saying that we are secessionists. There's nothing called secessionists. We have the right under the United Nations. My name is Olayemi Koiki, and as I continue to educate, as I continue to give us all the reasons why we need to leave Nigeria, also, we're asking those that still believe in Nigeria. If you go on the social media, there's a lot of banter that is already going on between APC, PDP, Labour Party, and AAC. Nigerians that are saying that we should remain Nigeria, do you think that that is literally the best option today? Is that the best option? We should just remain Nigeria, whether it works or not. Let's just remain one Nigeria. Is that your take as well? Good evening to you, Rahim Abbas. Keep your comment coming. I will also be reading them out. Oh, yeah, me Oladimeji said, well done, brother. And I say good evening to you as well. Yoruba Nation wants to stand on their own. That is not a crime. But quite a lot of people are saying that you cannot do so. And I say we can do so because we have the right to self-determination. But the question is, those that believe in Nigeria, how do you force people that speak different language? If you remove the English language from Nigeria, you will literally know that there's nothing called Nigeria. Good evening to those of you that are just joining us on the new platform as we are doing everything tonight while we continue to run all the software to make sure that they are working. Quite a lot of work going on behind the scene, but bear with us. If you're watching us from a platform is not comfortable, you can move around. All hail Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is still being held, in the DSS custody after he was kidnapped, and his health condition is not really doing very good, and we continue to demand his immediate release from the custody of the DSS. Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal. He has not committed any offense than asking that he wants to have his Biafra nation. And that is all he's been campaigning. Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. We have terrorists that are killing people all over Nigeria, and the country is not doing enough to protect the citizen. Last week, Monday, a Yoruba man was killed by a Fulani terrorist on his way back to work. Have you seen that story? Let me give you a bit of that information. More Nigerians are being kidnapped and ransom being paid, and sometimes they are not allowed to go. 15 million was paid to a assistant chief surveyor with the office of the surveyor general of the federation. Sulaiman Alamu Samsidin Abayomi, may your soul rest in peace, our brother, our uncle. He was killed in front of his mother, almost in Abaji, very close to Abuja. That means nowhere is safe. 15 million naira was actually was taken by the Fulani terrorists, but yet his life was not spared. Can we really continue like that is the question. Do you think that we can literally continue to live in Nigeria, in a country that cares less about the people? Nigeria remains the poverty capital of the world today, number 6 when it comes to the Global Terrorism Index. Is that a country to be proud of? And for those of you that are saying that we should remain in Nigeria, can you give us the reason why we should remain in Nigeria today? If you are still of the view that APC would do very well when they become the president, how? I want you to tell me in the comment section. Moreni Keji Kikelamo, good evening. Nnamdi Kanu is still being held as a hostage for absolutely nothing, and his health keeps, deteriorating. You're quite right, Emanuela. Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal. IPOP is not a terrorist organization, and do not believe what, the terrorist government that is actually being terrorizing Nigerians. As you say they're going to call off the strike, I don't know if that's going to be something. We have to wait and see. The terrorist country that have terrorized Nigeria, their students were unable to go to school since February. The question is, can we really keep Nigeria together? Tunde Wallace, good evening to you and welcome. Johnson Ajifa said, good evening. Felicia, good evening to you. My auntie, Enina Lobo, says, Nigeria remain unfixable regardless of what the politician thinks or planning, and all one Nigerians are jokers. Do you agree with our view? Those of you that believe in Nigeria, let us hear from you. Come and tell us what your views are, because this is a platform that allows all the view. Treasury Ross say Equato. Busari Kazim shows all kind of different love. Wow, amazing. My name is Olami Koike, and you are live on Star Radio UK, where we are streaming on the platforms. But again, we are doing a lot of things at the background, as we are testing a lot of things. Super rally is coming. Please do not confront the military, but you have every right to move around with a Yoruba Nation outfit, and you have the right to put on a Yoruba sticker. Kenzie Abiola said, no is the answer. Olawale Kazim, good evening. Dari Praise, good evening to you, and every single one of you that are watching us. What actually happened at Oja Odon that I did watch as well before coming live? There was no need for the military to put a confrontation with the Yoruba people that were moving around with a sticker. I mean, imagine you have a Yoruba Nation sticker on your vehicle. I mean, Wales are demanding to exit Britain. Scotland have want to exit Britain after being together for 600 years. There is no need for the military to continue confrontation. But those of you at home, please do not confront any military outfit. But you have the right to continue to say, each time you are stopped, you have the right to self-determination. And I'm going to read that again for the... maybe some of you need to go and print this out. Print it and keep it. So when a military stop you, why are you putting on a Yoruba outfit? Tell them that you have the right to self-determination. It's not a crime around the world. You are not committing any crime. Good evening to you, Oladele Saeed. Ajiwale Sunday, good evening to you. Keep your comment coming. I'll be reading those comments as I have them there. Ajala Aderayo says, no, my dear brother, we will not continue the alliance. We cannot be, alias. We cannot continue like that. I think there's a lot of comment coming on the Instagram as well. Let me read that quickly. And that is coming from Kensty. Devil is a liar. Your voice will be heard. Whole world war. What are the soldiers doing? Someone was kidnapped, killed, and pay ransom, but the soldiers focus on taking away stickers from the car. You are quite right, my brother. Grandma, good evening to you. Felicia, where you say, hello, Koike Kushe, Ataro. Miriam Mwalade, a good evening to you, my beautiful sister. My question is, we have the security that are not finding any solution to the kidnapping, terrorism, and all manners of things happening in Nigeria, but they can remove a sticker of a Yoruba nation, just as they are doing in the southeast, killing innocent Biafra for putting on a Biafra outfit. That is not going to be tolerated, and we will continue to expose the Nigerian government to the international community. Titi Olu, good evening to you. Yoruba Nation now. And you say, Muyiwa Sinuga, you say, good evening, Prince Adeola Olamilekon. Treasury Road, you say, capital no. Breaking news, update, Onyedu court case. Let's quickly read that. There's quite a lot of news coming quickly, and I have to catch up with that. What is going on with Onyedu? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal. Do not allow the Nigerian government to tell you that IPOB is a criminal or a terrorist organization. We have more than enough terrorists that the government needs to go and deal with and leave IPOB alone. IPOB is not a terrorist organization, and we will continue to tell the international community the atrocity being committed by the Nigerian government. News update. So let me quickly read what our breaking news that is coming right now. Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Kanrowi. And as we have it, let me quickly get that breaking news out, for the benefit of those of you as we have it as well. My name is Olami Koiki. I say good evening to each and every one of you that have joined us from around the world. And I guess I might have that now to read to us as the breaking news, just coming right now. Update on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu court appeal case. We wish to inform Uche Meka and all followers of Onyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we have just received notification from the Court of Appeal, Abuja Judicial Division, that the long-awaited judgment in Onyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's Court Appeal, CA Abuja CR 625-2002, between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government of Nigeria will be delivered tomorrow, the 13th of October 2022 at exactly 2 p.m. We're looking forward to that. We're excited. We are very excited with this news, and we look forward to a victorious outcome for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chukwuemeka Abiyama is on the throne and shall never be on the throne. The hour has come. Please do not relent in your prayers as they are positively impacting. We will surely have every cause to rejoice, for victory is ours and it shall surely end in praise. Thank you all, Chukwuemeka, and remain blessed and law-abiding. Just as I've been telling you, the Yorubas and the Biafra must remain law-abiding until we are going to give the final push to our self-determination. And this is coming and signed from by the barrister representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Sorry about that. There was a call that was coming through, and that was why we lost the voice, and I hope the voice is back on. Bear with us, those of you that are watching us. I hope the audio is back on those of you that are watching us. Okay, you can't hear me anymore. Let's go in and back out again. That's the problem when we are using the phone. So this was actually coming from Sir Barrister Ifeanyi Ejimefo, the council lead for the IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What a very great news there, as we are looking forward to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gaining his freedom, just as Chief Sunday Adeyemo got his freedom. Okay. Bear with us, tonight, quite a lot of technical problem. Okay, the sound is back. Thank you so much, those of you that are watching us. Olalekon, maybe you want to refresh your phone and it's going to come back. Yes, a very, very great news, and I'm so excited, to tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be getting, his freedom very, very soon. And let us continue to remind you that IPOB is not a criminal or a terrorist organization. We have enough Boko Haram terrorists, we have ISIS terrorists, we have all other terrorists, but IPOB is not a terrorist. Nnamdi Kanu was actually kidnapped. Thank you so much, Olamilekon. Yes, the audio is back now. Thank you so much, Larry. And as I continue to read your news and update, a very, very great news. I cannot wait, to hear, Nnamdi Kanu being released. So what we might do is we might just stop the whole streaming, because we are finding it very, very difficult, to get the details out there. So what we might do otherwise is just maybe connect us directly from the system rather than from the software. Bear with us. The technical team are working tirelessly to resolve all the problem. Okay, if you're still finding it difficult, please tell somebody to refresh their phone in the comment section. As we continue to monitor the situation with our team that are traveling, I think they're going for the rally. Nobody have the right to bully you. Make sure you continue to tell them that. So what a very, very great news. Ajala also says, nothing is working. We cannot continue like this. Everything is wrong. They are just while we are under slave. What about those that say that Nigeria is working and they want to keep Nigeria? What do we tell them? Please tell somebody in the comment section to refresh their phone. Maybe they're probably not aware that the audio is back. Thank you so much. Keep your comment coming. You also says there, let's read some of the comment on the Instagram as well. Obasanjo is already sweating under his pants. He says on Channels TV, if Nigeria fall apart, they will be blamed for that we will be blamed for that. Oduduwa spirit is doing it differently. Omolafon, you say it is a crime to be in one Nigeria. Kogi youth doing peaceful protest against Dangote truck trailer killing people, destroy their road. Wow, a very sad one there as Dangote continue, the vehicle of Dangote continue to create a lot of havoc and kill so many people as well. My name again is Olayemi Koiki. You're still live with me on Star Radio UK every Wednesday. This is how we do it, and we give you all the news and the latest, especially as you all know my stake. Niger Voices on Star Radio UK comes up every Wednesday on Star Radio UK. Do you think that all the politicians can resolve our problem when they say we should come and vote and campaign and all these? Do you think that is going to happen? Nigerians that are asking that we should remain in Nigeria, why are they saying we should remain in Nigeria, and for what purpose, for what reason? Once again, a very good evening. Sorry about that. There might be a sounding lost again. Let's quickly tell our back-end team. Once again, a very, very good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station. Yes, I am aware that the audio is fluctuating. Bear with me. Quite a lot of technicality tonight from the studio to the studio here as well, and we are having quite a lot of problem as well. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to Let's Refresh again. As we are always saying, when we are doing it from the different platforms, sometimes it's just like that, so bear with us as well. Once again, as I am looking at all the issues, as we are saying it all the time, what is your take? What is your take, in the situation with Nigeria? Is Nigeria still working? Do we still keep Nigeria? And what is the reason why we should keep Nigeria? So keep your comment. Yes, a very great news as last Nnamdi Kanu will regain his freedom, just as Chief Sunday Igboho regained his freedom. Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal. He has not committed any offense. Bear with us. There was a call that came in. That was why we lost that audio. So bear with us. I guess that audio is back. Let's continue with the program. Those that want to keep Nigeria, why are they really adamant, telling us that 2023 is going to fix all the problems, it's going to give you jobs, it's going to provide the road network, it's going to keep you welfare, it's going to keep you secure? Do you agree with that? Do you think that is actually going to resolve our problems? Do you think that is going to resolve our problem? Do you think that going for 2023 election will resolve our problem? That's the question I'm asking us tonight. Keep your comment coming. I know I've not read a lot of the comment because I'm doing a lot of other things from behind the scene. But let's take a look at some of your comment that is coming very, very fast on Star Radio UK. Once again, it is the finest African. King Solo, good evening to you. Celicia Adeniran, Koiki Ekushe. Yes, Gabi Kilanko say good news for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Abiola Oluode, a very powerful name there. When they say somebody is Oluode, that's not a joke, All our youth, I'm asking you tonight, do you think that we should keep Nigeria or we should just say enough of being part of Nigeria? There's a lot of youth that still wants to remain Nigerians, and they have the right. But is Nigeria truly working for you? And if Nigeria is truly working for you, how long do you think that we should tell ourselves lies about being a country that was smooshed together by the British colony in 1914 after the slave trade? And why should we remain one Nigeria? Somebody said that is a big lie. Nigeria is not working. Okay. Once again, we do apologize for a lot of the mix-up tonight, quite a lot of things happening, but we are doing all our possible best, to resolve the problem. As I am looking at the issue in Nigeria, are you also looking at the same issue, or are you of the view that Nigeria is going to work? And if Nigeria is going to work, how? Can you give me a breakdown? Nigeria is only benefiting from, is it only those benefiting from the contraction at one Nigeria? Lanre Olawepo, that's exactly what you said. Once again, my name is Olami Koiki, and welcome to Star Radio UK. Kenny, how they say, end Nigeria now, Yoruba nation now. Fatai Ogumefun, the only solution is Yoruba nation. What should we tell those that believe in Nigeria? Kini Kama Sofa, what should believe in one Nigeria? They want you to come and vote. Get your PVC. Sam Smith said indigenous want to take over, so Nigeria should keep quiet. Ajala Aderayo, reading your comment again. It is only the people that are they are working together with their party. That is why they say he's working for them. If they are working out of 100 people, only working for just 20. We don't want to live in a country where only 20 people enjoy. 20 people enjoy, and 20 people are not enjoying. Okay, let me read that again. Out of 100 people, only working for just 20 people. Imagine a country that is working just for 20 people. My name again is Olami Koiki, and again, we do apologize for all the mix-up tonight, with the broadcast, the technical. We will resolve all this issue before Niger Voices next week. We are not live on Star Radio UK on YouTube, but bear with us. All that will be resolved, by next week, and we do apologize. If you believe in one Nigeria, can you tell me the reason why you still believe in one Nigeria? If you believe in one Nigeria, can you write in the comment section and let me read it out why you believe in one Nigeria? You have the right to believe in one Nigeria. There's no doubt. Nobody doubts that. But the question is, are you sure that Nigeria is working for you? Because I don't think Nigeria is working for millions of Nigerians. Poverty capital of the world is Nigeria. Ajala said it is only the people that are using their... Okay, I read that already. Keep the comment coming. Omolola on Instagram said it can't resolve our problem in Nigeria. But the election that the people are saying that election timbo, elogba PVC, ejeka lo dibo, kale PC law. Please bear with us. This is our beautiful language, and we continue to respect those that believe in that language. If you don't believe in that language, there's no problem. But English is not our language. English was actually what the British colony forced on us. And that is why we are saying that English is not our language. Yoruba is our official language and is one of the most beautiful language. Crafty Dren say Nigeria is a group of people. Nigeria is a group of people company which the management do what they like there. I love that. Once again, apology to all the problems that we are facing tonight. We will resolve all those problems before next week. Please bear with us. As I read all the comments and also monitor, the conversation, I want to want to call the 2023. Kini àǹfààní ìbò tá fẹ́ lọ dì? And do you think that we can actually win the heart of those that believe in Nigeria and bring them back to us? Star Radio UK. In 4 minutes, I'm going to open my phone line. Please do not call any other number apart from the studio line. Àwọn tó ní ká lọ dìbò ní 2023. How do we tell them that that is not working? How do we explain to an average Nigerian that the Yoruba, the Biafra, the Middle Belt, we are indigenous people and we need to remain indigenous rather than remain in Nigeria? Let me give you some statistics of countries. Remember, I'm still going to read that Self-Determination Declaration Act 1514. We have countries that are not even up to 1 million. We have a country called Palua. Palua is 18,000 in terms of their population. They got their independence in 1994 from the United States of America. Their passport is valued at number 49. But when you look at the passport of Nigeria, you will ask yourself, is it truly working for you and me? Is Nigeria a country that works for everybody? APC sent PDP away. Okay, sent PDP away in 2015. Now PDP wants to send APC away in 2023. Who is fooling who? Ǹjẹ́ gbàgbọ́ pé 2023 ló máa solve problem wa àbí kí ìran Yorùbá kó dá dúró? Èwo lẹ̀yin sọ níbẹ̀? Prince Adeola Olamilekan, good evening to you. Waris Jinadu, good evening to you. Ǹjẹ́ ìran Yorùbá ó dá ká dá dúró àbí ká sì sùà nínú Nàìjíríà? Èwo lẹ̀yin fẹ́ nínú ẹ̀? Once again, as we are trying to tell those at home are saying, a máa lo PVC wa láti fi lé wọn lọ ni. Do you think that we can actually chase people away, with their PVC? Do you think that there will be a fair and free election in Nigeria? Naija Voices on Star Radio UK every Wednesday. Do you think that we can chase the PDP away and bring in APC? Which one do you think can fix our problem and give us a better life? PDP, APC, Labour Party? A lot of the youth are saying that Labour Party, somebody said 2023 election is 100% F9 parallel. The only way out is Yoruba Nation. Thank you so much. Idowu Michael. Akonji says, I want Yoruba Nation now, not Nigeria. Keep the comment coming, and I'll be reading them as I have them in front of my screen. Nigeria or Nigerians, what do you want? I'm asking the question. Let me give you some of the breakdown. South Sudan, 11.1 million. They got their independence in 2011. Kosovo declared in 2008, 1.8 million. Number 86 when it comes to their passport index. Serbia, 6.9 million. Number 35 when it comes to their passport index. Adebayo Yusuf, Nigeria is not working for me and my family. I have watched what happened in Ojaudon. We will continue to tell those at home, you have the right to self-determination. You have the right to wear a Yoruba Nation outfit. You have the right to put on a sticker of Yoruba on your vehicle. But please do not confront the military. But we will continue to tell you that you have the right. The military do not have any right to remove a Yoruba Nation sticker. That was actually wrong. Sam Smith said no party can solve this. Let everybody go. Jeje. Whether you like or you no like, after you hear this, you feel talk. How many people remember that song? Whether you like or you no like. Unfortunately, we can't play some of this music because of YouTube and some other social media platform. Whether you like or you no like, after you hear this, you feel talk. Whether you like or you no like, after you hear this, you feel talk. If you hear is this, gang gang. If you know that, you gang gang gang. If you like, you go talk, gaga. You go talk forever, gaga. We say we want Yoruba Nation. It's not a crime. So let me read that for the benefit of those of you that are moving around in Nigeria today. Do not allow the military, the security to threaten you. If you are thinking that you're under threat, go live on your social media and let the world know what is happening. But please do not confront them. All people have the right to self-determination. By virtue of that right, they are freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic and social cultural development. Do not be bullied. Yeah, the legend, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, Akonji, thank you so much. Taiwo Kike said, no going back Yoruba Nation now. Keep the comment coming. I'll be reading all your comment. As tonight is tonight, we continue to say to those of you that are watching us, Yoruba Nation has come to stay. We are not criminals. We have not committed any crime. And we will remain peaceful, just as our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, have been telling us. Do not allow anyone to bully you, thinking that we are doing something wrong or we are not doing something right. Let me read more of their comment as I'm getting it across the globe this evening. My name is Aloyami Koike. Can my backend team help me with my map, with my beautiful map? Okay, I think I've got it somewhere here. Let me just get it. This is my beautiful map that I've been, showing. Thank you so much. I got it. Thank you so much, my backend team. This is my beautiful map, and somewhere around there is Nigeria, where we have been reviewing all the issues, and this is why we call it Naija Voices. Even though some of you are saying, Koiki, just take off. We can't call it Naija Voices when you are fighting for Yoruba Nation. But you have to remember, we've been doing this show for the last 5 years, and we will continue like that. But my view and my take, might be different from the studio, but I have the right to self-determination just as you have the right. So when you look at this map today, There's a country known as Nigeria, but what we were not told for years is that there's nothing called Nigeria. It was just the fabrication that was put together by the British government in 1914. And let me quickly read some of the letter that Buhari refused to reply us, for those of us that are campaigning for self-determination. If you have the take that you believe in one Nigeria, please, write your comment and give me a strong reason why we should keep Nigeria. You have the right on this platform. It is called Star Radio UK. So let me just recap, what we know about the letter that was sent to President Muhammadu Buhari government. I would really like to compensate the guy that made that video. Okay. Okay, which video? Okay, which video are you talking about? Okay, I'm gonna also be taking your calls. If you want to speak our local language, please do so. But remember, we are not going to allow any foul language on the Star Radio because we are live on the streaming and we are live as well. I'm sure you all understand, that. So if you want to call us tonight, the number to call is +4474 044059117. The back end team, please help us to put the number out for the benefit of those that would like to call into the studio. And then please do not call any other number. Princess Adebimpe Adeniyi Awoni say, in fact, I am proud of those guys today confronting those Boko Haram terrorists in military. But we should tell them not to confront, but they must stand their ground. I watch it as well, and we are proud of them. But please do not put a confrontation. You can stay and put your feet and say, you have listened to Star Radio UK. You have the right under Article 3, under the African Union, under the European law, that you have the right, just as the Wales have the right to say they don't want to be part of Great Britain. The Scottish are going to be asking for a referendum after 600 years of being together with Great Britain. So a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman moving around must not be harassed by the military or the security, not even the police, but please do not confront them. Yeah, okay, the guy that made the video at Ojodon, yes, they were very, very powerful. We want you to be bold, but do not put a confrontation to the military out there. If you want to call in, please do so. And if you want to speak our language, you are more than welcome to do so. It is allowed. The number is the same, the studio line. Please do not call any other number. It will actually interrupt, the broadcast that we are doing. +4474 044059117. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ látẹnu ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa fún àwọn tí a rí ní ọjà ọ̀dàn àti àwọn tí wọ́n sì believe in one Nigeria. Ta ló believe in one Nigeria? Let's go to my first caller from Chicago and let's go straight to it. And let's do it briefly. Please mute the background. I do not want to hear any background. And again, we cannot use any abusive language on Star Radio UK. Hello, caller. Ekao. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of feed at the background. I know you're probably somewhere, but if you can help us to reduce the sound, there's a lot of sound coming out on the background. But there's a lot of noise at the background.
Those people still believe in Nigeria.
Okay.
They are doing testing to life. It's definitely testing to life.
Okay, testing to life. Okay, thank you so much, the back end, so we love you so much. Okay. All right, I'm going to let him go because definitely there's a lot of distorted information coming. If you want to call in as well, if you're watching me right now, please, put the call through. Let us hear your view, especially what you witnessed at Ojaudon. If you have not watched that, go to Ishokon TV. This is the time that everybody must be ready to go live, especially as the Super Rally is getting closer. My beautiful sister, Temi, I'm using my other phone to watch you. Yoruba Nation not going back. Thank you so much for being part of the program tonight. It is called Star Radio UK, and I say good evening. On Star Radio UK, we are not streaming on the YouTube. We're having a bit of technical problem. Not sure why tonight, but let's go straight to our mother from United States of America. Hello, caller. Hello, good evening. I'm going, man. Etonia. Kò ní gbé ọ̀dà lẹ̀.
Ṣé rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́jà ọ̀gànlé nìyí ìfáàtì mo gbé gbòsàgbòsà fún àwọn ọmọ yẹn wọ́n gbìyànjú inú mi dùn inú gbogbo wa dùn sí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́lé ní táwọn ọmọ yẹn ṣe ìfáàtì ọmọ ọkọ gidi ni wọ́n fi hàn àwọn àmì yẹn pé ilẹ̀ wọn náà wà ilẹ̀ bàbá wọn náà wà pé kò sí búlẹ̀ tó lè gbé wọn kúrò nílẹ̀ bàbá wọn wọ́n dẹ̀ lè sọ pé stíkà yẹn pé wọ́n bá lọ́wọ́ wọn padà àwọn àmì yẹn bẹ̀ wọ́n là àdílàsì inú mi dùn sí wọn. Táwọn ọmọ yẹn ò bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ lé ní àwọn gbogbo ibi tí stika Yorùbá wà ní àwọn àmì yẹn bá lọ máa ṣí àwọn Fúlàní yẹn á fún wọn lókun. Nǹkan tó dẹ̀ ṣe lẹ́yìn á dá ìpayà fún àwọn olóṣèlú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pé lóòótọ́ làwọn Yorùbá ti ṣe tán. Nǹkan tó ṣe ó fi hàn pé àwọn ọmọ tó pàdé ti ṣe tán mo pé kí òkú wọn lẹ́yìn.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni Yawa, thank you so much. Kò ní gbé ọ̀dà rẹ̀. Again, our beautiful language is allowed on Star Radio UK on Naija Voices. And if you want to speak in English, book in English. If you want to speak in Igbo, just help me to do a translation. All hail Biafra. And those of you that believe in one Nigeria, can you put a call to me and tell me why we should agree with you? Hello, caller.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello, sir, Mr. Koiki.
You're live.
Yeah. Well,
you have the right to speak that. So,
see, anybody tó bá sọ pé òun like one Nigeria is not abuse o. Èmi kàn rí bí ìgbà tó bá rí pé bóyá ẹni yẹn wà destined to suffer.
Okay.
Because pẹ̀lú òkun kọta rí a lot of things tó yẹ kéèyàn jàǹfààní ẹ̀ àsọmọ onílùú. In time of accommodation, in time of pé ká lọ sí hospital, carry medical care normal, ká lọ sí general hospital, kan treat wa. Kò sí gbogbo nǹkan yẹn, there is no free education, there is nothing, benefit anything. Bàbá tó bí bàbá mi ò benefit anything lára Nàìjíríà, bàbá mi ò benefit anything lára, even me, I never benefit anything. So, I don't know how people stay, the Tumari crowd, Omawa, APC, PDP, you see many crowd. I don't know. Bọ́lọ̀ ń ṣe ti jẹ́ káwa rí front dáadáa ká mọ̀ kọ́ tá à ń ṣe kọ́nà bá wa kọ́nà jẹ́ káwọn náà rí. Because mo believe pé bóyá àwọn ẹlòmíì ò tí ì mọ nǹkan tó wà ní Yorùbá nation ni.
Okay, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Go ahead. Mo gbọ́ yín.
Yorùbá nation no going back.
No going back. Thank you so much. If you are one Nigeria, please call us on Star Radio UK on +447404405917. I'm going to slow down so you don't say, you don't want me to call. That's why that number you're running it too fast. +44, that is the British code to get into the studio. You add 7404405917. Do not call any other number. For those of you that know any other of my number, the only number that is allowed is the studio line. Let's go to the next caller. And if even though I will do a translation to all our listeners from Kenya, South Africa. Hello, caller.
No, I want you lọ́wọ́.
Àmín.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́.
Àwa nìyẹn. Àmín.
Ọlọ́run ò ní padà lẹ́yìn.
Àmín. Àmín.
Mo kí àwọn ọmọ yẹn ọmọ ọkọ ni wọ́n.
Okay.
Matthew commission ọjọ́ kan nìyẹn máa ń kọ́.
Okay.
Wọ́n ṣe gan ni.
Okay.
Wọ́n ṣe.
Okay.
Wọ́n fi àpẹẹrẹ tó dáa wọ́n fi lélẹ̀ lónìí.
Okay.
Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ mú aṣàṣeyọrí sí eré.
Ṣé mọ̀ pé irú tó ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Igbo nìyẹn tán ní kọ́ máa wọṣọ Biafra tán threatening wọn. So yes, àfẹ́ káwọn ọmọ wa confront wọn, but àfẹ́ make sure pé kọ́ stand the ground wọn pé àwọn ní ẹ̀tọ́ lórí ilẹ̀ yẹn fún self-determination, and that's exactly what I've been saying. We must remove the fear kúrò lára wa, but mo ń gbọ́ yín mọ́ mi.
Wọ́n ti rí pé nísìnyí bọ́rọ̀ wa kì í sọ̀rọ̀ pé à ń fẹ́ à ń ja ẹnu tòótọ́ ní ọ̀rọ̀ nípa àdúró lórí ẹsẹ̀ wa tòótọ́ la fẹ́ gba nǹkan wa wa la ní nǹkan wa la fẹ́ gba nǹkan wa Ọlọ́run ó jẹ́ ìgbà fún wa.
Àmín. Once again, as we are looking forward to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being released tomorrow, where the outcome of the court case, you can be part of the program as well tonight, and the only way you can do so is by calling as well. Can you please comment what number we can call in to contribute? The number is +447404405917. Please help us to put the number to those of you on the social. We are putting the number out. I've done so already, and I'll keep doing that. I'm just finding it very difficult, to pin the number down. Back-end team, please help us to pin the number down on the social media, not the YouTube. I know we've done that already. The number is out there. It's just that I've been unable to pin it down myself. So if you know the number, about the number and see that number, Mr. Sulaiman, thank you so much. Oladapo Toyin Ishola, good evening, and keep the comment coming. Please, where can I watch the video? Go to Ishokon TV. You'll be able to watch the video. Sorry we couldn't go live on the Star Radio UK, on Naija Voices tonight, but we are doing everything possibly best, to continue to give you all the news and the headline coming out of Nigeria. Nigeria, as we know it right now, is facing a lot of problem. Okay, I've been able to pin the number down for those of you that would like to call in. Let's hear from you, but please do not go and use any abusive language. We will not allow that. And also, let us also encourage those at home. We love what they've done, but please do not confront the security, but put your feet down and say you have the right to self-determination. Hello, caller from the United States of America. You're live on Star Radio UK. Everyone's okay.
Yes, mo fẹ́ contribute ní ìgbà tó kọ́ sí.
I'm going.
So, ní àwọn fídíò àwọn táwọn sọ pé àwọn tó dáa yọ síkà yẹn. So, the right thing ní ká bá sábà wọ̀nyẹn wa ká má kàn front any police or anything like that. Àsìkò ìjà ò tí ì tó, wọ́n ní sùúrù. Ìjọba bá ti declare ẹ̀gbẹ́ náà pé òfin tó dà tó fi ọlọ́pàá ọ̀pọ̀. But for now, everybody can need sùúrù ká má confront anybody.
Okay.
Don't reserve energy yẹn gbàgbọ́ má declare Yorùbá nation.
Okay.
So, àdéhùn káyọ̀ ìgbà wọ̀nyẹn wa mọ̀ pé right money. Láti wọ Yorùbá nation best láti lè gba Yorùbá nation láti lè síkà right wọn ní is their right.
Okay.
Eshegoni,
if you have not noticed what has happened, there was a confrontation by the military in Nigeria today, in southwest of Nigeria, where they've actually asked the Yoruba people that are campaigning for self-determination, a peaceful movement that has been going on for the last 3 years, to remove their sticker. And our youth refuse to remove that sticker because it is not a crime. Let's go to the next caller as we have it right now. Hello, caller, and welcome to Star Radio UK, the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Go ahead.
Sir, thank you very much for the opportunity.
I'm not forcing English on you. Comfortable, please go ahead. If you want to speak in English, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, but we don't want anybody to confront the security. That's what the last caller is saying. Okay, so what actually happened? What did you see? Maybe I didn't say from the angle that it didn't. Okay. 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 Okay, very good. Okay. Okay.
It's time for us to stand on our ground.
To stand on our ground. And I totally agree with you.
We have to encourage them, but not to confront them to fight.
Okay.
We have to encourage them.
Okay.
And you have to stop. You have to start from a day.
It has to start from a day.
Right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. That is a caller there. Killer iná rosin tó wà nílẹ̀ number yẹn ti wà lójú òpó fún gbogbo ẹni tó bá fẹ́ pè. And the benefit of our brothers and sisters from different African countries, there was an incident that happened in the Yoruba land, today, where the military actually were trying to remove, or they actually removed it. They removed a Yoruba nation sticker from a vehicle that was driven past, their checkpoint. Is that right to do? What is your take on that? Let us hear your view as we continue to also encourage those. Let me quickly give you the background again. To the United Nations, we have the right to self-determination, and that right must be used properly, used peacefully. We have written a letter to Buhari, the government. They've refused to answer that letter. But what we have been told, I'm going to be giving you some of the latest information based on what we heard over the weekend, because I know some of you have heard about it. Again, remember that this is an international platform. So if you're saying, stop speaking English, again, that is how we communicate to the world. But Yoruba language is something that we will continue to cherish on this platform. So bear with us if you are of that view. Maybe you are probably listening and thinking, you want Yoruba Nation, but we are speaking to every part of the world on Star Radio UK. This is my big one. The studio has a small one, but I've actually outshined the studio by getting a big one. So we are speaking to different countries around the world, and some might not understand our beautiful language, and that is why we have to communicate in English. But if you want to call and you feel comfortable, ẹ sọ èdè Yorùbá, ẹ jẹ́ gbọ́ èdè Ṣáká Yorùbá lẹ́nu yín. I love when people call and speak in Yoruba. You are actually helping my Yoruba as well. Thanks so much, brother, as you enlighten the Yoruba people. I'm always enjoying your program. Taye, thank you so much as well. As we continue to, ask that we want our nation, we must also remain calm. Not to be stupid, not to be coward, but we must put our feet down, and we must tell the world that we are Omoluabi, And that is our ethos. Omoluabi is always our ethos, and I've got it right here in front of me. I read it all the time. One people, one culture. Let's go to Chicago where we have a new caller.
Hello, sir.
You're live on Star Radio UK. Please, Kenny from Morocco, stop calling the number. And Nisuru, Kenny from Morocco, you are actually about mute background. I'm getting the feed from your house again. About mute and Parapata. Kenny from Morocco, you are not calling the studio line, and you are actually disturbing the live transmission. Let's go back again to you, our caller. Everyone's okay.
Yeah, in conclusion, that's right? There was a man who was drive organic electrician point. So what that man do, when he came out for I show you damage at the wall. What they came out she stick at one motor. So
okay.
I look for that job to look for somewhere. That is she actually watching damage in the Yoruba money. So our guys in the control military, one was of one for why they came out worship with them and they stick at our motor. It would make no sense. So it's not anything about frustration or something like that. No, it's not like that.
Okay. Okay.
Understand the ground you want to be in.
Sorry for those of you, the sound is back. Yeah. Okay.
I apologize. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, I think we got a better clarification that it is not that our boys there, were doing anything otherwise. Thank you so much. There's a lot of noise at your background. If you're calling the studio, remember that you need to mute your background. If otherwise, we would not be able to take that call. We are only taking one number, and I've said that so many times. Do not attempt to call any other number. It's not going to work. We want to hear from you, and that's why we open the phone line, but do not also call a number that is not the right number. Let's go to the next caller. Hello, caller. Good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK. Okay, I think it's a very, I'm going to let that go because I know that's I think somewhere in South Africa, we're always having problem with that line. I'm not going to hold on too much. Good evening to you, Treasury Road, and welcome to Star Radio UK.
Hello,
I'm going. Okay.
In fact,
okay. I'm going to share the link of Ishokon TV and to buy TV. I'll share a link here, but go ahead, Treasury Road.
People can go to the government to move. One coordinator, one to the coordinator, Silara. One day, company can buy, no share.
Okay. Okay.
One camera. In fact, I follow up one day, one period, in fact, you know, it's one day, but much better one of our coordinator, so one man people can pay on your could tell our back of it.
Okay.
But you want you to look at one. In fact, you could get it.
Okay.
So there is a bad shape back. That one more bad daddy to a bad shape loading. In fact, one man checking it.
Okay.
So bad shape loading, but it got a amount of why we defend ourselves. Bamaja. I don't repeat about what we do again. Our Bamaja. Okay, just for you on the page. Kino de, for the answer about international. All the more what they want so I put their grass along before bus along. It's an embarrassment for God's sake.
Okay.
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 So I got that very good. If I tell you to put on the back and over with the back of that, the commander says go. One day, my head got to say the commander is of a man. So now my head to now my baby, to one back, the back, but that found. I want to mark you a quick of and thank God. I want to but one day, I want to people, am I taking you?
Okay.
If I put the one camera on camera, I will be a gun bell, am I looking if I'll get out of the one to your photo, but I get out the big friend.
Okay.
So we just have to pick our time. Because I don't want yellow, because you back and dark any one pound in your liar again. So God no. Anything that touches pound of the other and 24 more money to the where the car was all right. So that was automatic. It's our right.
Okay.
There was a mechanical building to do a yard about so breaking it. This is a self-determination and the goodness of our world. Not to them.
All right.
In fact, they even walking
Okay. Eshigoni, thank you so much. Eshigoni. Eshigoni, thank you so much. That's Treasury Road there. Keep it coming. I hope the audio is still back. Please do not call if it's not a studio line. Please do not call and disturb that particular broadcast. Let's go to the next caller. Hello, caller. Okay, that line is always a problem, and my aware of that is I think somewhere in South Africa plus 226 or somewhere around there. We're always having problem with that line. So bí a ti ṣe ń sọ lọ ní orí ètò títa lẹ́yìn, I'm not gonna bother because you are not, that line is not very clear. Maybe you can send the audio màá bá yín play because that line is not clear at all from Soweto or somewhere around there plus 266. You can send an audio, I will pick it up. Once again, as we advise our Yoruba self-determination, you are not a criminal and you are allowed. Yes, the audio is back. Thank you so much, Ayodele Afolabi. Enieto, Kinsey Sky 10 says, yes, they give kudos to you. We are appreciating them. Thank you so much. We love every one of you that are going around, with the rally. There's going to be rally tomorrow. We're going to be streaming that. There's a rally in Imeko on Saturday. All this rally is to continue that kind of engagement, education, and telling our people, Iditi Yoruba Sefe Daduro. But we should not allow the military or the police to bully us. Let's say, oh, you are putting on, maybe for that reason, I'm even going to add this one to my outfit tonight. And my outfit is done for me. Thank you so much to my beautiful family that is making this, outfit for me all the time. So imagine putting this on a live transmission. But in Nigeria, you are going to be molested. You are going to be, harassed. That is not going to be allowed. We will continue to educate our people back home that you have the right to self-determination. And that right will be used properly. And nobody is going to bully anyone for that right. Let me remind you that a letter was sent to President Muhammadu Buhari. I'm going to be giving some of the headline in just about half an hour. We are still 1 hour away before the end of the program tonight. President Muhammadu Buhari got a letter from the Yoruba self-determination requesting that we want to go out of Nigeria peacefully. But I think President Muhammadu Buhari is busy about the award and the election. And from what we were told, by Professor Banji Akintoye over the weekend, which I'm going to give us some of what he says. So this is not the time for calling again. Let us listen to, the Q&A, questions and answer from Professor Banji Akintoye over the weekend to Yoruba people that are campaigning for self-determination. The first question was asked, can Professor please clarify how the super rally is going to be held? Those that are probably watching us across the globe, whether you're watching in Kenya, South Africa, whether from Namibia, Zimbabwe, whether from Australia, Thailand, Japan, the time in New York is coming up to 2:30 p.m., but here in London it's just coming up to 7:26 p.m. 1926. Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Again, the question that was asked is, can Professor Banji Akintoye please clarify how the super rally will be held? And what he says, you will take over your town, villages, when the time is announced for the super rally. So that means your communities, everybody's going to come out simultaneously, same day. The rally is not going to be a day rally, so we're expecting at least a long length of the rally before a declaration will be made. You heard me very well. A declaration will be announced during the period of that rally. So let us all go and get ready with all our attires. What we are doing is what is going to change the world. The world will be also alerted, according to Professor Banji Akintoye. The world will be told, from African Union to United Nations, to European Union, to any countries around the world, that the Yorubas were going to be coming out. The date have not been announced yet, but we are just days away, not even weeks and months. Thank you so much, Kadri Abayomi. The next question was asked. After the rally, what next? Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí a bá ṣe rally tán, what next? When the rally goes according, by the time it is over, the declaration will have been made. So the Yorubas are going to declare themselves out of Nigeria. A question was asked about the students. Millions of the Yoruba students have been sitting at home since February, doing nothing. I understand that ASU is trying to work back with the federal government to resume school back on Monday. But that has nothing to do with those that are campaigning for self-determination. Education has been destroyed in Nigeria by all the politicians that all their children are schooling abroad. What action does those of us outside can do? What will be needed is we create a fund. Everyone can create that fund, especially those organizations and those like we have done already on our platform. We are raising £20,000 to support the super rally that is going to be held in Nigeria, that is going to be called very, very soon. And the donation has already started coming, and we appreciate and say thank you so much to those of you that have already supported us. So if you'd like to support towards the super rally, do get in touch with me and we will give you all the information that you need to know. If you're in America, you can also do a Zelle to us as soon as the announcement is made. If you can start it now, please do so, because our people will need all kind of support from especially the diaspora in all our communities across. Once again, a very good evening to those of you that are watching us from around the world. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK. Poppy Oath, good evening and thank you so much for your comment. Let's go back again. It was also asked about whether we have 6 states in Yoruba land. It is said that no, Kwara, Kogi is part of the Yoruba land. Even though we know that there's a lot of issues when it comes to the way the geographical area of that part has been cut out. But based on what it is right now, a map has already been sent to the United Nations. Also, question was asked, how do we resolve or how do we bring back some of the areas that is already cut out of Yoruba land in Kogi and Kwara? It says, and I quote, that we have a map of Yoruba nation already, and we already know part of the local government that belongs to the Yoruba, and that map has already been submitted to United Nations. There's a lot of conflict around the world, whether internal conflict, whether conflict between individuals or organizations or political parties. Just as the self-determination movement, there have been a lot of conflict. So a question was asked, how do we resolve some of the conflict? Professor Akintoye took us back to how we should understand that even when the struggle for the South Africa, and once again, thank you so much to my uncle that gave me, this book, Mandela, Submit or Fight. You can get a copy on Amazon should you want one copy. It's called Mandela, Submit to Fight, put together by Victor Olaoye. Also, a copy has been sent to Professor Banja Akintoye that is already on his way, and also a copy to Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. Thank you so much. The ISBN for this soft copy is 97987285096115. Once again, the ISBN soft copy 987285096115, and you can get your copy of Mandela, Submit or Fight. Very powerful one out there. Once again, thank you so much to Victor Olaye in France for for sending that copy to me. Babat said that self-determination struggle is like that. So we are always going to have people that are going to be having internal crises. There's a fight, there's allegations, without evidence. But all that is going to resolve because by the time we have our own system that is working, at the moment, we don't have a law, and that means it's going to be difficult, for a code of conduct. This letter that was sent to President Muhammadu Buhari, there's now a confirmation that the presidency or the federal government did not reply us. There was no reply, and that's the reason why the next motion will be activated, which is going to be the super rally. The letter was sent in August, almost 2 months ago. We've read a copy of that letter to you, so we don't have to go into the details. But what the letter says, and I quote, is the Yoruba self-determination movement is a movement comprising well over 100 Yoruba self-determination organizations based at home and also in the Yoruba land, and also abroad in most countries of the world. The Yoruba self-determination movement collaborate, they said, many Yoruba self-determination organizations in the highest services of the Yoruba self-determination struggle. What do we want is the question in this letter. Mr. President, the Yoruba self-determination movement now serves you a notice of the decision of the Yoruba people to assert their right to self-determination, just as I've read under article, the adoption of the resolution 1514 in 1960, December 14. A copy of that can be found on our website if you go in there. Mr. President, the Yoruba self-determination movement now serves you a notice of the decision of the Yoruba people to assert their right to self-determination. So ìwọ tó bá wà nílé, ẹ̀tọ́ ẹni pé kò ní o fẹ́ Yorùbá nation, o fẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́, o dẹ̀ ní right láti wọ Yorùbá outfit, o ní right láti gbé flag Yorùbá dání, o ní right láti fi sticker sára mọ́tò. Just as what happened in Ojodan should not be allowed to tolerate that in any Yoruba land by being bullied by the security operative by saying that, oh, ní right láti wọṣọ Yorùbá nation. You have the right. The Wales are already October 1st saying to the British government that they want their self-determination. The Scottish have lived together 600 years with the British government as Great Britain. There will be a referendum next year, according to Nicola Sturgeon. So, pé à ń bèrè fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa is not something you should be scared of. If you think that you are being harassed and bullied, you can go live, or you can do a short recording quickly and send it into a WhatsApp group, because you might not have enough time. And this is a piece of advice. If you believe that you are being harassed by a security operative, it is important to tell us the location and the time and send a short video even before you go live, just in case your phone is hijacked from you, so that we will know that you are there and we can do as quickly as possible to know who to contact. So anywhere in Yoruba land, if you think that you are being harassed, do a quick short video or send a voice note into a WhatsApp group. The message then says, send it to all the media across the world. Nobody must bully you for demanding your right to self-determination. Not even the federal government, because we wrote them already. Etowani. And this is a piece of advice to anyone at home tonight. Tó bá ń gbọ́ mi, ẹ bá mi sọ fún wọn nílé. Pé tí ẹ bá feel pé níbi tí ẹ bá wà, tí wọ́n fẹ́ harass yín, wọ́n fẹ́ bully yín, wọ́n fẹ́ molest yín, pé ẹ ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation, ẹ kọ́kọ́ ṣe audio jáde lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀, kẹ́dẹ̀ sọ precise location àtijọ́ tí ó jẹ́, so that ká lè tètè mọ̀. And I'm sure that audio will get to me and we will come out for that. A letter was sent to the federal government. So the government in Nigeria is aware of us as Yoruba people asking and demanding our right to self-determination, which is not a crime. Do not allow anyone to bully you. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK. My name again is Ola Yomi Koike as we continue to educate our people. Once again, sorry for those of you that are watching us, across the globe. Nobody should bully you for demanding and asking for our right. And if you think that you are being bullied, please make that audio. That should be your first priority. Because you might not have the time to go on Facebook and do a live, especially you must be ready to also protect yourself by giving us a quick audio. Because federal government or deity, they know and they are aware that we have already sent a letter, even though they refused, according to Baba Kintoye over the weekend, that they refused to reply us. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to the live transmission on Star Radio UK. We're just about 20 minutes before 8 p.m. Baba says, and I quote, a letter that we sent to President Muhammadu Buhari, since the federal government did not respond, it is taking us to the next motion. Good evening to you, Ayomi Kondamiju. You can refresh the phone if you're having problem with the audio. The consequence of not replying to us is what is actually going to take us to the next action plan. The federal government of Nigeria refused to reply us so that we can decide on a round table how we, the Yorubas, will leave Nigeria, because it's not a confrontational problem. It is a right to self-determination. Let me give you a little bit more of that content of the letter. Consequently, Mr. President, this letter on behalf of the Yoruba people formally gives you a notice of decision of the overwhelming majority of our Yoruba nation and people to exercise our right to self-determination, to have our independent and sovereign country separated from the country of Nigeria. So whatever we are doing now is not a crime. Whatever we are doing right now is not an offense, and no one should bully you and say, oh, neto, láti ṣe ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ́ ń gbé yẹn. We have the right to self-determination. And we are going to exhaust that right without any confrontation by the government. Not even the security that is working for the government, not even anyone. Once again, thank you so much for those of you that continue to support towards the super rally. For those of you that are watching us around the world, I say welcome to Star Radio UK, where we have been live, this evening on Nigeria Voices. So apology that we could not go live on our YouTube on Star Radio UK. All that will be resolved next week. As we continue to educate and tell our people, okay, getting another news coming out from here. Let's see. I'm just been told that somebody just escaped a Fulani terrorist attack on the along Lagos Expressway. My brother just called now, but he escaped them. Let our people know that. Thank you so much for that breaking news. Another breaking news is coming, as we're doing the live transmission, that there was almost going to be a terrorist kidnapping in Lagos Expressway, but that individual escaped and he's been able to tell his family, and I've been told to tell everyone. If you want to watch the video that we are talking about that happened on Ojodan, go to Ishokan Modua TV. Once again, those of you at home, remember that we are formally give the president of Nigeria, regardless of whatever is happening in Nigeria, that we, the Yoruba, want to go out of Nigeria, it is our right to exercise self-determination, to have an independent and sovereign country separated from Nigeria. It is our right. Number two, formally informs that we desire to commence this process of self-determination officially so as to establish our independent and sovereign country as soon as possible, hopefully in a constructive dialogue with the government. But the federal government have refused to reply the letter, according to Professor Banji Akintoye. The government have refused to reply that letter, and that is the reason why we're moving to the next motion. Once again, while we are waiting for that to come up very soon, you have the right to continue the campaign. Tomorrow, there's going to be a live transmission for another gathering of Yoruba people in Shaki in Okeogun. And in Mekong is happening on Saturday. More rallies have been planned until the super rally will be announced. Nobody knows the date yet. A letter has been sent again to United Nations this 48 hours ago on Monday, according to what Professor Banji Akintoye said over the weekend. Same letter. And this letter is now a strong letter. A strong letter sent and delivered on Monday, 2 days ago. Today is Wednesday, 7:44 p.m. Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. The same letter has been sent to African Union and European Union. Baba Akintoye says, and I quote, "Now we are going to take our lives into our hands." A question came back again based on the pending super rally. Will there be a parallel government? The answer was no. But there will be a there will be a transition government. A transition government is going to spend 1 year while they're going to write the constitution, the basic law. An election will run under that constitution. Transition government must start to operate after our declaration. More details will be given to us prior to that. Once again, my name is Olami Koiki, and this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. In 15 minutes, I will open the phone line again, but for now, we're just under, reviewing the conversation over the weekend. Bamishe is still being held in the mortuary. Imagine somebody that was killed in Lagos State in a BRT. They are now asking the family to cough up 500,000 naira before a body can be released. What a very sad one for a federal government, a state government that allow criminality to take place, killed an innocent Nigerian, and yet after 7 months, there's still no justice for Bamishe. I'm now taking this opportunity to ask again the Lagos State government to look into this matter as quickly as possible so that Bamishe family can take the body and bury their loved one. Bamishe was killed inside a BRT in Lagos State. A body was left uncovered in Lagos State. Some part of the body has been removed. And the question is, can we really continue in this kind of society where hunger is all over the country? The debt in Nigeria is continuing to grow. Nigeria is too big to take care of the children inside there, which are the indigenous people. Let everybody go their separate ways. It is not a crime. And for those of you that are asking for 2023 election, it is your right to ask as well. But the question I'm asking tonight on Star Radio UK is, are you really sure that Nigeria can be fixed? Are you sure that there will be unity among all the ethnic groups living in Nigeria that was squashed together during the colonial era in 1914? We used to have the kingdoms across each of the continents that was changed and then called Nigeria? Are you sure that we can have peace living together where in the north Sharia is being used, is no longer secular? Do not believe that having a 2023 election will really solve those problems. These are burning questions that have been kept under the carpet, and we must now come on the round table and discuss that. The reason why the Yorubas, the Biafras, and those that want self-determination is nothing more than the fact that they want to take control of their resources. It is only in Nigeria that a ship can come in and load millions of barrels of crude oil and drive away, while those that own the crude oil are living in abject poverty. Can you really put your hands in your chest and say that APC or PDP or Labour Party or AAC will resolve this problem? Let us be honest with ourselves. Nigerians that are still clamoring for 2023, are you sure that you can allow those that believe in the Yorubas and want to live a very better life as against those that are killing Deborah because of a view on a WhatsApp group? She was burnt to death in Sokoto State. Is that the kind of life you want to live? If you want to have a Sharia system in the north, so be it. But those of us in the southwest do not want such. Are you sure that we can live side by side together? These are the questions that a lot of the politicians are running away from. I watched the interview of the former governor of Lagos, of Ogun State, and the current senator, and that's exactly what they do. He was once a senator. He ran to become a governor. He's run back to be a senator. I'm talking about Senator Ibukun Amosun. He was asked a lot of questions, especially on having a state police. And he answered that that is always something that inside the Senate, a lot of people vote against it. Why do you think that is happening? It's because the majority is in the northern part of the country today. A state police will have solved somebody that is going to be kidnapped on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. A state police will have been able to manage and look into the crime because crime is always local. Being part of Nigeria for the last 62 years, what has it actually done for you? For those of you that are saying that APC will solve the problem, are you sure? The APC was given the opportunity. 7 years down the line, we've seen more crime. We've seen individuals crying for food on the street of every part of Nigeria today. Innocent children kidnapped from the northern part of Nigeria, but yet the former accountant general to Zamfara State, 2 children have been kidnapped for 3 months, and the Boko Haram are saying that they're going to marry them off. Is that the kind of society that we want? Chibok girl, where is Liz Shuaibu? She's actually giving birth to children to the Boko Haram. Do you really think that we can live piece by piece together? Are you being honest? Do you think that 2023 can solve this problem? I'm asking those of you that want us to go for 2023. Election in 2023 cannot solve all this problem. Let us be honest with ourselves. 7:51 on Star Radio UK. If you want to debate with us, send a message to us in my email, musakalam@gmail.com, and I'll bring you on Star Radio UK to come and prove to millions of us that say Nigeria is too big to take care of the children, and it is time that we wind it down. It is not the first time that we will see country dissolve. In 1991, Soviet Union was dissolved, and we were able to see countries that are now operating. Estonia is 1.3 million. It actually came out of Soviet Union. Nigeria is a big country that is not helping the indigenous people. And there is nobody called Nigeria. It is the fabrication of the British government in 1914, and we must wind it down. And if we fail, those of us that are campaigning for self-determination, Yoruba will not be part of this global community. There are countries that are smaller than the Yorubas, and I'm going to give you some of those countries again. Let's look at Palua. It's 18,000 in population tonight. They got their independence in 1994. Eritrea got their independence from Ethiopia, 6 million. Slovakia, 5.4 million. Having a 206 million does not add up. Having a 206 million is the same as giving you the poverty capital of the world. The United Nations is pleading that we should get a debt reduction, reduction for Nigeria. A very good evening to those of you that have joined us so far. In 7 minutes, I'm going to open the phone line again for another 20 minutes before we end the show at 8:30. My name is Olami Koiki, and you'll be watching Star Radio UK. Once again, apology for those of you that couldn't join us on Star Radio UK on the YouTube. Nigeria at the verge of breakup. Let me take a look at what is happening and trending on Twitter. I can see that a lot is trending. Once again, if you're just coming into the program, Nnamdi Kanu will get a review for his case between himself and the federal government tomorrow. ASU strike is trending at number 3. Igbo is trending at number 4. And let me take a look at some of those that are commenting on Twitter this evening. Follow Star Radio UK on Twitter. Ifafunsho, the influence of Western education, media and culture is the major problem why African women dress half naked these days. If you try to correct them, they will tell you it is their body. Do you believe in that? Let's go look more from the tweet of Ifafunsho this evening again. And he says that I quote, I have nothing against Igbo, Hausa, or any ethnicity in Nigeria. I am only fighting against a system that is making us to fight against each other. Nigeria is a union that was created by those who don't respect our differences as people. That is why I am agitating for Yoruba nation. Are you of the same view? We don't have any problem with the Hausas, the Igbo, all the other ethnic groups in Nigeria, but we are having issues because we are put together and the real identity of who we are has been removed. The Yorubas are not the only people around the world. The indigenous asking for self-determination to control and take their identity that has been removed by the colonial era in 1914. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí darapọ̀ mọ́ wa láti ìgbà tí a ti wà lórí ètò Star Radio UK. Ìbéèrè tí mò ń bi ni pé, is Nigeria still working? Let's take a look at more what is trending on the Twitter. I'm going to be giving us the headline from Nigeria as well. Let's take a look at what Showore is saying. Showore is a candidate of the AAC. Once again, remember, according to Showore some few days ago regarding the crude oil that was stolen from Nigeria, Nigerian military set ablaze a vessel caught with illegal crude oil in Delta. The most idiotic action carried out by any military. How do you set ablaze fuel-laden vessel extra to cover up oil theft? Question mark. Is there no one in the military who understands the horrific environmental impact of setting ablaze crude oil laden vessel in Niger Delta region, already polluted beyond imagination? Reason why Abacha killed Ken Saro-Wiwa in 1994. Good evening to you in Dublin, Mrs. Grace, and welcome to Star Radio UK and those of you that are watching us on all the platforms. Let's take a look at what other people are saying on social media this evening. Quite a lot of things is trending. And let's take a look at Simon Ekpa. Tompolo approached Biafra, pro-Biafra group BNL for pipeline security. Tell him, Kai, Chineke. Against Simon Ekpa, this time around, anyone who think otherwise will be treated otherwise. We are coming with power that no one has seen. Anyone who tries to stop Biafra from exiting Nigeria in 2023, the power will take you. It will be like the days of the Elijah. As the Biafra campaign continue, Nnamdi Kanu will be back again in the court tomorrow, and we are looking forward to that. Again, as Boko Haram continue to ravage and kill millions of Nigerians, the question is, why is the government swapping Boko Haram Fulani terrorists in 21st century? Nigerian government have swapped 101 imprisoned Boko Haram terrorists for the remaining 23 Kaduna train kidnap victims. What a very sad situation we find ourselves in what we call Nigeria today. May Nigeria never happen to you or your family. Thank you so much, those of you. You say, Kai, Chineke, yes, Dr. Benjamin. Let's take a look at what is more trending. When you talk about Nigeria, Think Yoruba Force are already live on the Twitter space. Tigray genocide lesson for indigenous landowners. If you want to listen to that, go on their Twitter at Think Yoruba Force. As we say once again, thank you to everyone that celebrates Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho 2 minutes before 8 p.m. Let's take a look at what Peter Obi is doing. Yesterday, I joined some members of Nigerians' attentive public at the conference organized by AIG Foundation in Lagos. I thank AIG for its contribution. There is nothing called Nigeria. It is all the scam that was put together. And that is why people are saying we don't want to be part of Nigeria. ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attack targeting Christian villages of Kirisinga in Nigeria, Adamawa State, allegedly killing 5 Christians. We can't continue like this. And we have the military in the border disturbing those with Yoruba Nation outfit and sticker. What an amazing time, in that contraction they call Nigeria. Nigeria may not happen to you. Pray so. Because if Nigeria happened to you, you would understand the consequence of those that Nigeria have happened to. In 1 minute, I'll be opening back the phone line for just about 20 minutes alone. Please do not call any other number apart from the studio line +4474 044059117. I'm going to look at some of the headlines coming out of Nigeria again this evening before we end the program. Once again, thank you so much to each and every one of you that have joined us so far. And as I'm going to be giving you all the headlines coming out of Nigeria this evening on Naija Voices. Update: filmmaker Segun Egbegbe, I hope I pronounced that name and I didn't massacre it, convicted, have been released. Remember, he was, they said he was stealing mobile phone in some market or whatever. That's the headline. How I Killed the Super TV Boss, Chidinma. The Labour Party unveiled PCC member says 50 million votes will secure them. That is if there's going to be Nigeria. ICANN conference, Obi Sowore present, Atiku Tinubu absent. Tinubu doesn't want to confront Sowore. Neither Atiku wants to confront Sowore. Interesting time in Nigeria. Tinubu APC government National Working Committee members closed door. Meeting. Wike order 21 unconstitutional expanded spokesman. Ibadan Mogaji back Makinde re-election. That is if there's going to be one. IPOB knocks federal government over Boko Haram terrorist release. Imagine that terrorists have been released and yet the federal government is calling IPOB a terrorist organization. Star Radio UK. Let me get us, something to light the mood a little bit. I think we've been talking and, we should have something just to light the mood a little bit, before we start saying good evening once again at 1 minute past 8 p.m. Wednesday edition. Sorry we couldn't come out last week, but again, there's been a lot of, technicality problem that we've been going through. But one thing is, do you think that is a final that ASU is coming back? Do you think that ASU strike, that is the end of it? What is your take? Those of you that still believe in one Nigeria, let us hear from you. Yoruba people that are saying that they want to leave Nigeria, it is their right to do so. As I'm getting ready for the next track that we're about to play, let us hear this. What actually do we want? Plan A, Yoruba Nation. Plan B, Yoruba Nation. Plan D, Yoruba Nation. Plan Z, Yoruba Nation. But what about those that are still clamoring for the election? How do you convince them that there is nothing called Nigeria? It is just the creation, or should we just manage Nigeria and leave Yoruba Nation? What is your take on that? In just 20 minutes before we end the program. ìjọba Buhari kò dá wa lóhùn lórí lẹ́tà tí a kọ sí, ìyẹn ni ó máa fa ìdí tí a ti ṣe máa jáde láìpẹ́ fún super rally tí ó ń bọ̀. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí Vincent Dada Grace Olúṣọ̀tọ̀, thank you so much all the way in Dublin as I say good evening on Star Radio UK. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo lọ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà lórí YouTube tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa, mo kí ẹ Oòduà ti dé, mo kí Sunday Fagbemi, mo kí yín Ibiyimika. You say so tired of the horrible Nigeria, can't wait for the free Yoruba land. Treasury law sọ pé yẹ̀yẹ́ Ìbàdàn Mọ́gàjì, instead of them to say Yoruba nation we want, àwọn Karaba mo kí ìyàwó Ọláyínká Elizabeth, plan A to Z Yoruba nation now. Those clamoring for one Nigeria are psycho fans. That is coming from Olarewaju. It is not a crime for self-determination, and that's exactly what we are telling our loved ones at home, but let us not put a confrontation fight with the military. But you have the right to hold down and say, if you have been harassed, do a quick voice note with the location and send it to us. Saeed Mali say Yoruba Nation now. Ola Maris, I say good evening to you. Remita will say Yoruba Nation now. And you also say good evening. Ola Maris, I say good evening to you as well. Ìbùkún Taiwo Ṣẹ́gun say Ìbùkún fún orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Idiyatu Moriamo, good evening to you ma and welcome to Star Radio UK. Adetola Sunday, good evening to you. 26 minutes more before we end the program. Àwọn tó náà sì fẹ́ Nàìjíríà, kí la máa ṣe sí wọn, kí la máa sọ fún ẹni tó náà sì fẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo àwa tí a ní a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà àtàwọn tó náà fẹ́ wà nínú Nàìjíríà, kí la máa ṣe sáwọn tó kù. Idowu Abimbola say Yoruba Nation now. Good evening to those of you that have joined us. I say, well done. You say, my brother, Oloyede Gbe. Super Rally máa jáde ó kù díẹ̀ chinchin ni wọ́n máa make announcement yẹn láìpẹ́. Ìyáwá Esther Awe sọ pé plan A to Z is Yoruba Nation. Real estate investment say well done. Oluwa Koiki. Well, it's Olayomi Koiki. But gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ni. King Marido, you say, it's not an issue for self-determination 100%. Treasurer say, we will not confront them, Koiki. Thanks, only we will not shift our ground, and I totally agree with that. Taiwo Ṣẹ́gun sọ pé those are still clamoring for one Nigeria will join us automatically Yoruba Nation. I love that. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ wa káàárọ̀ òjíire níbikíbi tí ẹ bá wà tí ẹ ti ń gbọ́ wa. Rẹ̀mí Táíwò ẹ sọ pé I pray that Nigeria will not happen to them before they realize that there is no Nigeria. Ọláwùmí Jinadu, you say we sell them to the British. I'm not sure the British wants to buy them, because the British is actually, that the British government is saying that there's a lot of Nigerians that are coming to school here. Let me take that news. Nigerians that are coming to school, there's a lot of problem now, with the British government saying, gbogbo family yín lẹ ń kó wa ní kí ló dé tẹ̀ ń kó family yín wá. That has been the news in UK in the last couple of days. I actually picked that up. Let me give you the UK is now set to curb excess dependence from Nigerian migrants. Ẹni tó ń bọ̀ láti Nigeria ó tún kó gbogbo ẹbí ẹ̀ wá, kí ló dé, kí ló lé yín. Something is going on and the British government is now saying we'll have to look into that. According to the news that we have, the United Kingdom is looking at tightening the rules on how many relatives migrants can bring into the UK. Liz Ijaya, good evening to you. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun. According to Daily Mail in UK, it has been discovered that Nigerian migrants bring in the highest number of family. compared to other groups of migrants. So ẹni tó fún ní visa pé kó wá kàwé àwa kó gbogbo family ó ń kó bọ̀ ní UK. The UK government is now saying we're going to tighten the rules, and these are the reason why, you know, and the reason why people does that is so that they can have a better life, they can run away from the abject poverty, the terrorism, there's no welfare, you know, because normally if you're coming to school, ní láti kó family ẹ wá, all you need to do is school and go back to Nigeria, but the reason why you bring your family is ìyá wa Grace sọ pé kí Ọlọ́run bùkún orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ní kíákíá. Nígbà tí a bá ní orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa, a lè máa ṣe tó yẹ kó wùn wá gangan, kò ní jẹ́ pé dandan ni pé tó bá wá sí UK wà tó máa kó family ẹ wá. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọjà Ọ̀dàn, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa pé ẹ gbà ẹ dúró lórí ẹ̀tọ́ yín. Ẹ̀tọ́ wa ní ìjàngbara tá à ń jà, ẹ̀tọ́ wa ní kò kí ń ṣe pé à ń rófin. Bí ti ṣe ń kí àwọn ìyàwó mi, mo kí àwọn ọmọ, mo kí gbogbo àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí pátápátá níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi, tí ẹ ti ń wò mí, mo ní ẹ dúpẹ́ fún yín fún àdúrótì yín. A kí gbogbo àwọn olólùfẹ́ Star Radio UK níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń wò wá ní àṣálẹ́ yìí. Tó bá tún máa fi di ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀, kẹ́ tún máa paradì kí ẹ ti pàdé wa ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀. Bọ́kẹ́ a tó máa lọ, a sì ní 20 minutes tí a tún máa fi parí ètò ìka tó dá padà sí studio. Mo kí àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ pírẹsẹ́ńtà wa ní ẹ̀yìn tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun káàkiri ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ jíire. I love that word. Break it up now so that we can save lives. You know, Nigeria is no longer working for anybody. A kí gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa, tí ẹ ti ń wò wá. Orúkọ tèmi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì, tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí Koikimedia, àti pé orí Star Radio òun ni a ti ń ṣe ìkànnì ti alẹ́ yìí tí a mọ̀ sí Niger Voices, tó ń wá ní ìjọ Wednesday láti aago 6 títí di aago 8 alẹ́. Àwọn ọ̀ṣẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà mọ́, òun ni a ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo campaign. Mo kí ìyá lálùbáríkà nílùú France níbi tí ẹ wà, ìyá wa Ọ̀jọ́rá Elizabeth, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò níbi tí ètò ti fẹ́ máa wind down. Abe Emmanuel ni wọ́n ń jápa kúrò ní location 419. Anybody that is coming to UK to study is because they are also japa. I saw one person on Twitter asking people to come and help to pay his masters. If Nigeria was working, Nigeria should deal with that. How many of you watched the video of people in, I think, in Thailand? I'm not sure, Southeast Asia, somewhere around there, where they have been neglected. I think they're part of the NIMASA. But it seems the federal government have forgotten that they have Nigerians there that are schooling or studying for whatever reason where they send them in the first place. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. A kí gbogbo àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ OPC fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun tẹ́ ń ṣe. I got an audio where they are threat to their life as well for those OPC that actually arrested and gave the security, the Fulani terrorists that was moving with a lot of ammunition in Korodu. Again, we are telling the international community the genocide going on in Nigeria must be looked into as quickly as possible. Iyawa Esther will say, I don't sympathize with UK. If Nigerians are relocating to UK, that is what they cause for Nigerians. Ọmọ tó bá ní ìyẹ́ ò ní rórun sùn, òun náà ní fojú kanrun. The British government should now understand that the union that was put together in 1914 is no longer visible. Mokile Konsiyawa, Liz Dada, Sukin, good evening to you. Nigeria that was put together for their own gain is now becoming a threat to the indigenous people. Mrs. Ojora said Yoruba Nation mega rally. It's not even mega, it's a super rally. Oh, Philippines. Yeah, thank you so much, Taiwo Shegun. Those Nigerians that were abandoned in Philippines, they were not even given access to get into the Nigerian embassy in Philippines. Is that a country? Is the question. The reason why we want to leave Nigeria is not because that we hate each other. It's just that we want to reclaim back our identity that the British took away from us. The Super Rally is getting closer, and the announcement date is not weeks or months, it is just days. So we are counting down when that will be announced. Do not allow anyone to bully you. Do not allow anyone to tell you otherwise. We have all the right. Olajide Jaye Williams, thank you so much. And let's go back again to that beautiful track. Imagine that you go to the Nigerian embassy and you are told by the security you can't go in. Nígbà tí a ti fẹ́ máa ká ètò wá sílẹ̀, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn presenters wa, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn producer mi Frank àti Archie nínú studio. Tó bá di 11 o'clock ní àárọ̀ ọ̀la, ẹ tún pàdé mi ní orí Star Radio. Ó kù ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́wàá péré tí a fi máa ká ojú ètò yìí sílẹ̀. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ ní Togo ní Kenya, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ ní gbogbo àgbáyé. 3:15 p.m. in New York is 8:15 in London. As I'm preparing my next beautiful track that I love so much, and I love this one because it talks about the unity. Victoria Owolabi, thank you so much. And this is going to be my last track before we start winding down. Again, to all the Nigerians that believe in one Nigeria, the question is, are you sure Nigeria is working? Once again, if you believe that election is going to solve our problem and you want to come on Star Radio UK, send me an email and we're going to invite you to come and speak to us. Jimo Kabiru said, no going back. God bless you, White Lion. I say thank you so much. I love that face of the lion. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo àwọn tí àjíjọ ń gbọ́ ètò. I'm just going to take this call, probably maybe one more before we wind down. Hello, caller. You're live on Star Radio UK.
Hello.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Hello, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o.
Àwa nìyẹn sà.
Ọlọ́run fún wọn pé wà lágbára o.
Àmín, àmín.
Ojú wa ojú ní lọ́nà ni o.
Okay.
Àti rẹ́dí ìsopọ̀. Kí là ń tó sọ? Kí là tó sọ? Ó ti yá.
Okay. All
Ìyá
right.
náà.
Okay.
Ó ti yá. Ẹ̀yin là ń tó everybody ti rẹ́dí.
Okay.
Kò sí abúlé káàkiri tó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, kò sí abúlé tí mo ti gbọ́ káàkiri fún gan oko yàtọ̀ fún abúlé oko.
Okay.
Kò sẹ́ni tí ò ti gbọ́.
Okay.
Olúkàkú ti gbéra di ẹ̀yin là ń retí.
Ọ̀dà.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ.
Okay.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ.
Ọ̀dà.
Ó ti yá.
Okay. Okay.
Ọlọ́run fún yín ṣe ọ̀pá gbogbo wa ṣe.
Àmín. Thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sir. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ má bínú mo, I thought he has actually finished. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí wà ní New Zealand, Japan. Mo kí ẹ Sami Japan. Mo kí ẹ bẹ̀ Kenny Bright ní Libya. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí wà ní Libya. Mo kẹ́yìn ìyá wa tí wà ní Oman, ní Saudi Arabia, ní Qatar, ní Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí wà lọ́hùn. Mo kẹ́yìn tí wà ní Cote d'Ivoire. Mo kẹ́yìn tí wà ní Senegal, Ghana. You know, wherever you are, maybe you should, mo kí ìyá mi, ẹ̀rọ àpá ìṣẹ̀ wọlé ní ìyá wa Comfort, níbi tí a ti fi máa mú ètò yẹn wá sílẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí Unity ló dára. This is going to be my last call for tonight on the Star Radio UK. Let's go straight to the caller. Ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè, ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ́lá tọ̀dọ̀ yín. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí Star Radio UK.
Yes. Kò sí ní election pension wa ní Nàìjíríà. Option A wa láti AJZ wa Yorùbá Nation la fẹ́.
Okay.
No going back again. So ẹ pé.
Àwọn tó náà wọ́n fẹ́ wọ́n Nàìjíríà, kí la máa sọ fún wọn?
Àwọn tó fẹ́ wọ́n Nàìjíríà a máa pàrọwà sí wọn náà ni pé kán change mind wọn. Náà bá dẹ̀ ti change mind wọn. Ló bá ti gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá, wọ́n lè lọ sílẹ̀ North. So
All right, Shegoni. That was a very straight one. For the benefit of those of you wondering why I'm laughing, the caller, I did ask, what about those, that do not believe in one Nigeria? What do we do with them? He said, well, when we get Yoruba Nation, they can actually move, into, a territory like, in the north. As we say right here, I'm going to be winding down finally in just 12 minutes. mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ jíire níbikíbi tẹ́ ti ń wò wá tẹ́ ti ń gbọ́ wá. mo kàn bára wa lòlóòótọ́ ìmọ̀ wa tó ṣọ̀kan lábí kò yá jẹ́ra. àyírí fọwọ́ mẹ́jọ mr pọ̀lọ́pùlà o lọ́jọ́ mẹ́jọ níyàwó oṣooṣù ọwọ́ ṣòun ló lè gbálẹ̀ mọ́ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kó tó òjìrè o kájọ bínú kan bára wa lòlóòótọ́ ìmọ̀ wa tó ṣọ̀kan lábí kò yá jẹ́ra. ó ti rí òlànà lẹ̀ láì pọ̀ lẹ́fà o alẹ́ ń pọ̀ nílé láàyè wọ́pẹ́. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo wa pé, as I say all the time, our right to self-determination would not, be infringed by the security, by the governors, by anyone in Nigeria, and nobody will be allowed to bully you. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, those of you that are also saying that we need a flag, please get in touch with me. The flags have already arrived, and then we will be sending those flags to you. So those of you in Yoruba land that also want flag, bear with us. We are working very, very, with the little that we have to make sure that we have the flags. For the Super Rally, if you're a coordinator, please reach out to me. We are collating something together that we cannot discuss on the social media. Get in touch with me. Coordinator ni Nigeria TBT àti ṣe Yoruba Nation. Ẹni kọ̀ọ̀kan sí Ọláyọmí Koiki. You can send me a WhatsApp message. I'll read it and I'll get back to you as well. Also, ẹni tó bá ní a smartphone like this, where you have a Facebook, you are watching me in Yoruba land, in any part of Yoruba land, we will also be recruiting a bit of you as the Super Rally is coming. So contact me. I probably may need maybe about 5 each in each of the states, from Kwara down to Lagos. 5 each is what we need, where you can help us, to do some field works, both for Star Radio UK. We'll probably just pay for your, your data and a bit of your logistics. It's not a permanent job, so don't think we're employing you as a permanent staff. You're just going to be helping us, as the Super Rally is getting closer. So if you think that you can do it, you have a smartphone, we can get you a tripod where you'll be able to hold it. You put the phone on a landscape, you go live, and you can show us what is happening, in that particular state as at the time the Super Rally is coming. Get in touch with me. It is not a full-time job. It is just, what you can do to support so that we can get some kind of feed in all the state. So we need 5 each from Kwara up to Lagos State. If you think we will select at random. So even if I have 200 people that have sent messages, I will know who is actually with us, because you'll be picked based on internal, what we looked at. I'm not going to tell you what that is, because if I was anything, I will know whether you are truly part of a Yoruba Nation movement, or you just think, Koikimedia. No, it's not going to happen like that. So we will be reviewing that. If you have somebody, contact me, say, Mr. Koiki, we need you to help us with transition when the Super Rally starts, because we will need a lot of feed coming out. So please get in touch with me. We're not buying you the mobile phone. You must have your phone already. Your phone should be able to go live on Facebook. And what that happen is, you will then give us a feed from your end. And that way, when the Super Rally starts, I can say, let's go to Osun State, and I can pick up a signal from Osun State. Let's go to Ondo State. I can pick up a signal from that. If you think that that's something that you can do, get in touch with me. and then I will put your name down as well, and then we will then contact you and let you know if you have been picked up as one that will be part of the team. It is not a full-time job, and it's also just temporarily until we get a country and you probably get a better job where you will also maybe in the future work with us on Star Radio UK as a correspondent or on all other platforms as well. But for now, please let us remind ourselves that this is not a full-time job. It's just as we are preparing for the Super Rally. The Super Rally will be announced very, very soon. So I'm just about 7 minutes away, even as much as we had a lot of, technical problem. But these things does happen. I can only say, please bear with us. For those of you that have actually watched us, it is one of those things. But please, we do apologize if you have tried, to contact us prior to now. You've not been able to reach out to me. Bear with me. You will get through to me at some point. It's just that I've been very, very busy lately. But we are trying our best to make sure that at least we do get in touch with you. It's a very, very busy time as the rally is going to be announced very soon. That means our platforms on Star Radio UK will be extremely busy. We might also start doing maybe extra when the Super Rally start, because we don't know, we might be having maybe another special segment apart from Wednesday. I'm going to discuss that with the producer, if they can give us a slot that we can use, and you can be part of those that will be helping us transmit back into the studio. So Entobani phone, we are not buying the phone. You must have the smartphone already to work with that. We will buy your data. We will give you the the logistic. Maybe you have to move from point A to B within the state. You don't have to go out of the state. You don't have to go out of the state. All we need you is to be in that state and give us a live feed. It could be through the Skype, if you're going to be doing from Star Radio UK. But if you're going to be doing from the other platform, we can also allow you to go straight using our social media to communicate as well. So all these will be something that I will be discussing more for the benefit of those of you that are watching us at home. So let them reach out to me. The Super Rally is going to be massive. We will need a lot of feed from across different parts, because since we have been told that Ile Yoruba ni gbogbo elo ti ma se, we want to make sure that we can get as many images and videos recording when that time starts. In 5 minutes, I'll be handing over back to Star Radio UK. Thank you to everyone that have stayed tuned tonight again on the Wednesday edition of Niger Voices. As we say, may Nigeria never happen to every one of us. And before I go, let me now give you some of those headlines quickly, as I did promise earlier as well. Also, in the headline coming again, ASU strike. Appeal Court released record of proceeding ordering Nigerian university lecturers to call off the strike. Imagine that Buhari is now also again 394 million have been budgeted for a clinic where he has never used. Buhari, since he became the president, have always taken his medical treatment here in London, which is not an excuse. Drama at the annual Nigerian Accounts Conference as participants boo ailing APC presidential candidate Tinubu over, let's look at that, over is absent. Imagine Tinubu is running away to speak to Nigerians, even though he wants to be the Nigerian president. Nigerian Senate passes 2023 appropriation bill for second reading, suspend preliminary till November 15. I'm not sure what they do anyway, because they are as useless as tissue paper. 1.1 trillion tramadol coming to Nigeria intercepted based on intelligence. So much drugs is coming into the country called Nigeria, and we can only hope that things will be resolved when we have a country that is much better. Family lament the death as Lagos State Mortuary. And once again, a very sad one here, because you would think that the family okay, I can see that there's still one more call. Let's see if we can squeeze that call. You only have less than 30 seconds to put everything together because we're running out now. Quickly push it together on Star Radio UK. Go live straight away. We haven't got the time. We're just 3 minutes away before I end the program. Okay.
wọ́n dúró de mẹ́gà kéde o.
Okay.
Mo gba àwọn àbúrò mi àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tí wọn ò gbọ́ kankan pa ẹ̀ àti ẹ̀láìtì wọn.
Okay.
Gbogbo wọn dúró ní kí wọ́n dá mẹ́gà ra dídẹ̀ ni o.
Okay.
Ìpínlẹ̀ tó tí mo tún gbọ́ lẹ́nu yín láìpẹ́ tó yà mí lẹ́nu ọmọ tí wọ́n pa tọ́jú fẹ́ẹ́ fi bá ẹ̀ta nàta.
Well, that's Nigeria.
Ìlú òsì nílùú yẹn o.
That's Nigeria for you.
Ìlú yẹn tó ọmọ tí wọ́n padà nù.
That's Nigeria.
Ó ga o.
Well, that's all right. Shigoni, thank you so much. And that's exactly what Nigeria can do to you. May Nigeria never happen to any one of us. Shigoni Babawa Benson, all the way in America for the call. You are the last caller, and there's not going to be any more call, for this edition. Let me quickly, give you what actually, we know according to, the news that we have here. Bamishe family laments the death as the Lagos mortuary request 500,000 for daughter. What a very sad one. I'm going to take that again. If you don't understand when we say may Nigeria never happen to you, wait till your family is killed in Nigeria and you will understand reason for that. As we say, the family of Bamishe lament debt as Lagos mortuary is actually requesting 500,000 naira and before they can release the body of Bamishe. You will wonder why the Lagos state have allowed such, for a family that was killed, during the, Bamishe traveling from on a BRT bus in Lagos 7 months ago. The family wants to bury their loved one, and now the situation is that the mortuary is saying that no, you cannot take the body. You have to pay, 500,000 before the body can be released. Once again, this is Star Radio UK. It is the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's give you a background of what happened to Bamishe. Bamishe went missing after she boarded a BRT vehicle from Chevron bus stop Aja to Oshodi around 7 p.m. on February 26. A body was found in a Butero, where again the family, is wondering why a body, a 22 years old, Oluwa Bamishe Anyonwola, was declared missing on 26th of February 2022 after boarding a bus rapid transit vehicle from Aja area to Lagos, whose body was later found by police on Tuesday. Lament that the mainland hospital, mortuary Yaba, where a corpse was deposited, is now demanding 500,000. We are now again using this opportunity from Star Radio UK to tell the Lagos state government and the deputy state and the wife of each of these governor and the deputy to look into this matter as quickly as possible for a family that is already traumatized, for a family that is going through a lot. Again, may Nigeria never happen to us. May the soul of Bamishe rest in peace, and the family, may the Almighty Lord continue to be with you. Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. It is the 12th of February 2022, and the time now is 8:31, and we will be ending the program just now. So as I'm going to be giving back, my mic back to the studio on the program tonight, I would like to appreciate every one of you that have literally, stay put with us throughout the program, even though we had some technical problem. We couldn't go live on our Facebook page on Star Radio UK, on the YouTube, but be rest assured that, next week, all that will be resolved. And on that note, I say to the back-end team in the studio, to take over right now, while I will be saying, for those of you that are watching me, from Star Radio UK, Mr. Archie, if you're there, you can take over now. And I say thank you so much, the producer that are working very hard. My name is Olami Koiki, and I'll be back again same time next week. Bye for now. Wow, and that is how far we can go. Let us remind ourselves, Nigeria is a shit-hole country. And if anybody is still out there fooling you, that Nigeria is working, that person definitely knows that there's nothing called Nigeria. Nigeria is a contraction. And that's why we are saying, let us leave Nigeria alone. Nigeria is actually more than enough. Nigeria is a contraction. I'm not going to be able to take any more calls. I need to go now. It's been a long day. Okay, Wednesday is always my very busy day, especially when I run a program in the morning as well. Again, tí a bá fẹ́ jẹ́ kí orúkọ Yorùbá kó wà lágbàáyé, àwọn ọmọ wa yẹn ẹ dùn mí nú dáadáa lénìí, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín láéláé. Ẹ̀yin tí ẹ lọ sí ọjà ọ̀dàn yẹn ọmọ akínni yín, mo ṣe mọ̀ pé yes àti ready. Ẹ mọ̀ pé oníkan ta lè sọ lórí Star Radio, because it's not my platform and I have to be diplomatic when I'm on the Star Radio. Ìtẹ̀ṣe lénìí kódà inú mi dùn, ọkàn mi balẹ̀. So bó ṣe máa lọ náà nìyẹn. Ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró lẹ sọ, kò sẹ́nì kankan tó máa dún mọ́ àhóhó mọ́ wa. Mo sọ fún yín, kò sẹ́nì bọ́dì, ẹ̀tọ́ wa là ń jà fún. Mo rẹ̀ tí rí àgbáyé tó máa sọ fún wa pé ẹ̀tọ́ yín tẹ̀ ń jà fún yẹn o, ẹ̀ ní right. Ẹ̀tọ́ wa là ń jà fún. Lọ́wọ́jà àdè lọ́tọ́jà. Ìtẹ̀ṣe lẹ́nìí, èyí tẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn, inú mi dùn. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ fún yín ní kankan. Wàláì. Glasses ti dọ̀tí bá. Mo rí àwọn sójà yẹn tó ń wò pàpà pé àwọn ọmọ Ìgbòho dé. Tí rí nǹkan kan. Testing la ṣe ń ṣe. Wàláì. Ẹ wọ̀ pé onífiṣe lè sọ̀rọ̀ yín lórí Star Radio. So testing òun la ṣe ń ṣe. Àìtí àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mẹ́yẹn bọ̀ lápò ni. Ẹ ṣe jáde ìyá mi ní lọ ló bọ̀. Wà látà mo rí ẹ bẹ̀, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ. Báwo ni iṣẹ́ lè nì? Àwọn ìyàwó kọ́ àtàwọn ọmọ. Wàláì testing la ṣe ń ṣe. Ọmọ ẹni shoot. Ọmọ ẹni ìfàyẹ́ pẹ́m. Ọmọ ẹni tó ń bá gbọ́ pẹ́m. Ẹ bá mi wá nọ́mbà ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó wà lẹ́yìn kámẹ́rà yẹn. Màá pe Omíyalé. Ó dà ń pé Omíyalé máa mọ ẹni tó wà lẹ́yìn kámẹ́rà yẹn. No. Akọni làwọn ọmọ yẹn. Mo ti sùn ìgbà tí máa jí, wọ́n ti parí fídíò yẹn Sòkòtẹ́ yìí. Mo ṣáà rí pé tráfíkì pọ̀ lórí pé mò ń wò pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Létà nìyẹn kan wá pè mí pé Mr. Koiki. Ṣé ti rí tó? Then ẹ̀gbìn àwọn kan máa pè wá pé kíní kan ẹ fa àwọn ọmọ yẹn sílẹ̀ o. Àwọn ọmọ Ìgbòho. Ìgboro máa dàrú, ó kù díẹ̀ ni. We are peace loving people. Ẹ máa di ogun káàkiri tó bá possible. Ẹ lè gbé Bible dání, ẹ lè gbé Quran dání, ẹ lè gbé ìṣẹ̀ṣe dání. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa threaten yín. Inú mi dùn fáwọn ọmọ wa lénìí, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún gbogbo yín. Kí n máa lọ jàre ká lè tún padà wá láàárọ̀ ọ̀la. Wàláì. Ọmọ ẹni tó bá gbọ́ pẹ́m. Ọmọ ẹni tó bá gbọ́ pẹ́m. Tí ìbọn kan bá dún, tí búlẹ̀tì kan bá dún pẹ́m. Wọ́n dá àwọn ọmọ Koikimedia àtàwọn ọmọ Ìgbòho lóléyìí o. Àfíṣẹ́ kan máa pọ̀ látàbújá pé ẹ jẹ́ kó máa lọ, kó máa fa wàhálà. Ọmọ ẹni tó bá gbọ́ pẹ́m, tó bá gbọ́ pẹ́mpẹ́rẹ́, tí búlẹ̀tì kan bá jáde nínú ọta yín ní bíbá, ẹ mọ tó ń pè Yorùbá. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ tẹ́ wà ń lé. Mo sọ fún yín pé bí sójà jẹ́ 500,000 ní Nàìjíríà, right tí wọ́n nìyẹn. Ẹ̀tọ́ tiwa ni pé àwa máa jáde fún super rally. Sample lásán la ṣe fún yín yẹn. Èèyàn méjì máa lọ jàre. Mo ṣe jí bí ṣe jí ni mo wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ program yẹn. I was sleeping for like àwọn èèyàn máa ń ṣe mo máa ń sùn ṣá. Mo ti sùn dáadáa. But wọ́n ní láti lọ jẹun nísìn kára tó. And I think there will be world media later on. Tẹ́ bá lè fẹ́ lọ join wọn. Anyway, àníri jù bẹ́ẹ̀ ń lọ èèyàn wa. Odò wa gbé wa kò ní gbé ọ̀dàlẹ̀. Èèyàn wa nílé. Wọ́n ní kí n máa sọ fún ẹ lọ jàmàlà tewédú tó wọra dáadáa. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. Oran Ayọ̀lá máa sùn. Bye for now. Let's stop all our broadcasts. Àwọn ẹ̀rí tó bá gbọ́ pẹ́. Sójà yà máa rò pé sójà kan ní wọ́n fi máa ṣagídí. Wọ́n ní wọ́n lọ ṣagídí pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ yìí. Wọ́n lọ ṣagídí pẹ́rẹ́. Alright, oh, èèyàn wa Ọ̀ranyàn la máa sùn Mickey Babs ìyá mi ní lọ ló bọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, the guy in the camera agbọ̀rọ̀ wẹ́n tó wà behind that camera yẹn ó ṣọkọ akí dáadáa. Bye for now. Ẹ má bínú pé broadcast yẹn mo mọ tó ṣe software yẹn lórí laptop TV yẹn màá test ẹ̀ dọ́dà lọ́la hopefully bí a lọ́la or later lálẹ́. So I need láti get it right because system mẹ́ta ni mo fẹ́ máa lò. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ make sure pé tá a bá ń ṣe program tó bá di pé Super Rally bá wá mo fẹ́ máa make sure pé ọ̀nà mẹ́ta láti máa stream. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn Ọ̀ranyàn la máa sùn odò àgbèwà kò ní gbé ọ̀dàlẹ̀ o Ọláyọmí Koikimedia gbogbo tó bá dẹ̀ sì fẹ́ support wa fún Super Rally ẹ kàn sí mi. Bye for now.